Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a skin brightening facial serum. This formula is full of skin-loving, skin brightening actives like vitamin C, niacinamide, and dragon fruit extract. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you my step-by-step visual process and tutorial of how to put together this amazing skin brightening facial serum. And if you would like the full written recipe with percentages, amounts, and a full written detailed step-by-step tutorial along with resources of where to purchase all the raw materials for this project, please head on over to my Patreon campaign. This recipe will be available at the $5 level. I'll go ahead and put the link to my campaign in the description box below so that you can take a look at it if you like. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, I really hope that you'll check it out. There's a ton to take advantage of. I am a crowd-funded content creator, so your support over there really helps me out. And in my opinion, it's the best deal on the internet because for just $5 or $5 a month, you have access to almost every single recipe and tutorial I've ever published, and we've been going strong now for about 4.5 years of weekly recipes and tutorials, so there's just a ton to take advantage of in the skincare, hair care, and candle making areas. And we have benefits like coupon codes to my favorite suppliers that you get upon sign up, making your sign up very well worth it. Again, I hope you'll check out my link and get started in 2024. All right, let's get started. Alright, as I mentioned, we're going to be making a serum type formula. Serums are water-based, usually water-based or gel-based formulas that are full of skin-loving actives, and they are made for certain purposes. Today we're going to be making a skin brightening serum. You can find anti-aging serums, hydrating serums, different types of things like that. So we're going to be using two different scales today, and usually serums are applied on the skin before you would apply a night cream or a day cream. So they sink right in. They're water-based, not greasy or oily or lotion-based typically. So we're going to be starting off by weighing a little bit of sodium lactate. Everything eventually is going to end up in this container. We're just making a small 100-gram batch today, so this bigger scale doesn't register some of the smaller weights. So we're going to go ahead and start off by weighing some sodium lactate into this small little half of a bath bomb container, and then I'm going to be transferring it into here. If you have a scale that can hold a beaker that accommodates the whole formula and can weigh small amounts, less than a gram, then you could just put everything into the same container. So first things first, we're going to weigh off some sodium lactate. Sodium lactate is a natural product made from, I think, the sugar that comes from beetroots, and it is a nice humectant, meaning it's going to draw moisture to the skin. It's going to help with the overall skin feel, but it's not going to feel sticky or tacky like sometimes glycerin can in a formula like this. It's going to dry down very nicely. So once the sodium lactate is in there, all I'm going to do is then take a clean spatula and I'm just going to transfer the sodium lactate into this container. And the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and weigh off some niacinamide. Niacinamide is vitamin B3 and is used to help brighten the skin, reduce the appearance of age marks or hyperpigmentation, and there is a lot of good research out there that shows that niacinamide is very effective in these types of formulas, creams, serums. So we're going to be adding in some niacinamide powder. This is vitamin B niacinamide from Formulator Sample Shop. Again, I'm just weighing it off in here. I think I know my big scale could weigh off the amount that we're using here. Niacinamide can be used at about 0.5% of your recipe up to 10% of your recipe. I just find it easier to weigh powders off on these smaller scales. So we're just going to go ahead and weigh off what we need for this formula. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to go ahead and dump the powder into this beaker here with the sodium lactate. Next up, we're going to be weighing off some vitamin C. Now I'm going to move over to this one here. I know I can go ahead and place the vitamin C directly into this beaker. So I am using a vitamin C, I'll show this to you, but a lot of times vitamin C's can get exposed to the air, and once they're exposed to the air they can oxidize, basically leaving the formula kind of useless once it oxidizes. So I have a certain form of vitamin C, 3-glycerol ascorbate. I got this from Making Cosmetics, and this is a novelty vitamin C extract that will not oxidize. So I think that's pretty important if you want your formula to last a while. This is the only place that I have found a vitamin C that claims not to oxidize, and in my usage of it, it hasn't oxidized. So I did get this at Making Cosmetics. And then the vitamin C is also going to help with the skin brightening properties. So we're just layering the skin brightening properties in this formula. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is adding in some dragon fruit extract. I got this dragon fruit extract. This is also high in vitamin C and antioxidants, well known for their skin brightening properties. So we're going to go ahead and add in some dragon fruit extract. This is a water soluble. Everything going into this formula is water soluble, and this dragon fruit extract I got from Formulator Sample Shop. It's water soluble. It has a little bit of a viscous type consistency to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pour out what we need here. And as you can see, it's got an interesting color. All right. And then to this, we're going to be adding in another ingredient called polyquaternium 7. You guys have seen me use this in the past couple months. I really like this ingredient. I got this one from Voyager Soap and Candle. This is going to help with the spreadability of the serum. It's going to help the serum feel very silky smooth on the skin and just give it a very nice finish. So this will help spread the actives across your skin. I'm just combining it in here with the dragon fruit extract. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and add in the preservative also while we're here into this little container. We're using Liquid Germall Plus today. It goes well over a wide range of pHs, and it's great in water-based formulas like this one. There we go. And then I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir to combine these ingredients. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and also place them into this beaker here with all the other ingredients. And now, of course, we need to add in some water type ingredients. You could use just plain distilled water. Today we're going to be using a combination of herbal waters or essential hydrosols to dilute this out. Okay, so the first water we're going to be adding in here is some rose water. Now, rose water is very gentle. Roses are known for their soothing properties, but also their ability to tighten and tone. So we're going to be using some rose water. We're just going to pour it directly into the beaker. Okay, and then the next water we're going to be adding in is some chamomile water. Now you could certainly cut both of these waters with just distilled water. You could cut this amount in half and use distilled water if you like, or all distilled water, or different skin loving hydrosol waters like lemon balm. That would be a nice one. So we're going to go ahead and add in some chamomile water. Chamomile is very well known for its soothing and calming properties. And it smells really nice. This is how we're going to be imparting some fragrance into this formula as well, without the use of essential oils or fragrance oils. All right, perfect. Now we're just going to take this and give it a good stir. We want to go ahead and dissolve all the niacinamide powder that's to the bottom, and just get all the ingredients combined. Now, the last thing we're going to be doing, once everything is combined, we're going to be adding in some hyaluronic acid medium weight. The medium weight is the type that you need to create a gel-like or serum-like consistency, depending on how much you add. You could just leave this alone and not add any hyaluronic acid and place it into a spray bottle and use it as a facial mist or a toner. You could put a little bit on a cotton swab and just use it as a facial toner. However, if you want it to become more serum-like in consistency, we're going to be adding in some hyaluronic acid, medium weight. Now, hyaluronic acid is also a very well-known anti-aging ingredient. It does help to plump and hydrate the skin. All right. So now that that's all mixed, we're going to go ahead and weigh off our hyaluronic acid. Okay, so we're going to be weighing it off again in a little half of a bath bomb container. And we're going to go ahead and now, depending on how much of this you add, depends on how thick your end formula turns out. I'm going for a serum-like consistency that's easy to spread over the skin. So super lightweight hyaluronic acid or lightweight hyaluronic acid will not work to gel. It has no gelling properties. However, you could combine if you wanted to. I've done this before in other formulas that you can find over on my Patreon campaign, other serums. You can combine super low weight or low weight hyaluronic acid with medium weight hyaluronic acid, and the super low molecular weight and low molecular weight hyaluronic acid are well known for being able to penetrate that top layer of skin a little bit better than the medium weight. So if you combine the two, you're getting the nice skin plumping properties. I just don't happen to have any of the low weight hanging around. So okay, so what we're going to do with this hyaluronic acid is sprinkle it over the top of our watery ingredients here, and we're just going to allow it to hydrate. This takes a few hours to hydrate, and you end up with like what looks like translucent kind of blobs in your formula after it's all done hydrating, and then you have to mix it really, really well to get it all combined. So we're just going to go ahead and start sprinkling this over the top. There we go. Now you're going to want to resist the urge to stick your spoon in there and start stirring. However, it's okay if you do. If you do put your spoon in here to kind of move the powdery ingredients down underneath the water, just make sure you leave the spoon in there while you cover it up and wait. That way, whatever sticks to the spoon can also hydrate in there. So we're just going to give this a few hours to hydrate. I want to show you what the end result looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you what that looks like to put my spoon in there. See how everything sticks to the spoon? You can hydrate it like this, just pushing everything down underneath the watery ingredients. But again, you're just going to want to leave your spoon in there because everything will stick. So you just want to allow everything in here to fully hydrate. Again, that takes a few hours. And you'll know when you don't see any water or you don't see any powdery bits in here anymore, you'll know that it's fully hydrated. But it will look like it has translucent type kind of blobs floating around in it, and then that's when you can take a little attachment. I'll show you. You can take a little attachment like this onto your immersion blender, from your immersion blender, and just buzz up the hydrated blobs, and that helps to really get it all smoothed out. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside and allow it to hydrate. And then I'm going to show you a finished one. So here's a finished serum. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what this looks like. So this is a cute little, I'll go ahead and put this in my Amazon link as well. I got these on Amazon. I think these are great for serums or lightweight lotions because they have little small openings, but they also don't hold a lot. I think this holds about possibly 4 ounces, maybe closer to 3 ounces. I'll have to double check, but they're pretty cute too in that cube shape. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit, but this is what it looks like when it's all done and it's had a chance to sit for a little while. It gets a little bit more translucent in appearance. This one I made is a touch bit thicker than this one's not going to be. This one's going to be slightly thinner when all is said and done than this one, just slightly. I wanted this one to be something you could pour into like a dropper bottle if you wanted to versus something like this. So this one is a little bit thicker, meaning it has a slightly bit more hyaluronic acid. I'm just going to show you what this one looks like. And I can also provide both amounts over on my Patreon campaign. When I post the tutorial, I'll go ahead and write up both amounts. But as you can see, it just comes out, this one just comes out like a nice clear gel. So it does, a little goes a long way. So we're just going to go ahead and spread that out. And it just has a very nice silky, very silky smooth application. And like I said before, it just goes on, all of that little bit just went up my arm and could be spreading up more. So a little bit goes a long way, and you just go ahead and let it dry down, rub it in and let it dry down. And then you're going to put on any night creams or day creams over the top of it. And I'm telling you, when this formula dries down, it's not sticky or tacky at all. You have to give it a minute to dry, and then once it does, it just feels normal to the touch. So I think overall it has a very good skin profile, and I've been very happy with the results. So there it is, everybody. That's how you make a beautiful skin brightening vitamin C and niacinamide serum. Really easy to do yourself. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please leave me some questions or comments below. That really means a lot to me. Share this video with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, everyone. All right, catch you on the next video. Keep shining. Bye.